fun quirk about Ancient Cities is the fact that even in complete and total darkness, the only mobs that are supposed to spawn are the structure-specific ones. I bring that up because in today's news preview, Trial Trimmers actually managed to get that functionality where now the only mobs that are supposed to spawn inside of here are the ones from the trial spawners. Even in complete and total darkness, there will not be any different types of mobs that manage to spawn inside of here. And just to really quickly prove that, these few blocks right here have no light on it, and if we step back a little bit, yeah, I'm not really seeing anything, and this isn't the most scientific way on testing this, but at least according to the changelog, you shouldn't be seeing just random creepers or skeletons just wandering around this thing now. Even if you mess with commands, which speaking of which, there was one weird thing with trial spawners being the fact that if you toggle the spawning option on and off. Yeah, this one right here, you toggle it off and then back on again. Then for some reason, when it's back on, these things just wouldn't work. But now they should be working in. They should be working again. Speaking of working in, there's a big parity difference between Java and Bedrock in terms of how much loot you would actually get when killing a mob. And for some reason, Bedrock would always slightly get just a little bit more drops when actually killing a mob with looting, but now those rates should be a little bit more similar in between versions. Meaning, to my knowledge, I believe we're going to be getting a few less drops on Bedrock Edition now. Which again, that brings up the whole question of like, when parity is needed and when parity just kind of ruins certain effects of the game. I think a change like this is like to a lesser extent of that, but it's still one that's worth considering and worth thinking about. And if you're expecting any major changes or features inside this one preview, then you're really not going to find much else than a bunch of other bug fixes, but there is a couple other things I want to mention. First up being the fact that this is Minecraft's 15th anniversary week, if you want to call it that, where for the next 15 days we'll be seeing like some form of Minecraft related thing or item or something like that, and today we're going to be seeing Twitch and TikTok capes. Where I think if you watch like certain videos or certain streams on TikTok or Twitch, then you are going to have access to these capes. You're probably never going to see me wear those, but in case you are interested, then there are ways on getting those. And speaking of getting things, last week I mentioned a bug with the fact that certain items and certain containers were completely empty, and I thought it was completely a bug. Well, I want to kind of set things straight and not just keep everyone in the dark and saying that that isn't a bug, that is an intended feature. That's not one I'm 100% on board. I think like if there's like a storage container in here, it should either be filled or it just shouldn't be in here at all. But I don't know, it's just something to be aware of. And speaking of being aware of things, if there's any notable things with the 15th anniversary coming out these next few days, and I will be covering in a video, so look forward to that. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.